going on, guys? Michael here from the Battle Axe. Gonna analyze another stone video using the coach's eye, Mark Bell style. We got Reese. He trains with me at Idolmaker Strength and Performance here in Miami, Florida. Uh, he is a physique, or as I like to call him, another figure competitor, because they're all about being pretty. But he's strong. He does a lot of bodybuilding stuff with our Idolmaker. And he came over to the gym here at the Battle Axe to lift up some stones. And we got him here doing a 200-pound stone for reps. So I'm going to play the video first, and then I'm going to go ahead and just kind of analyze some of his style and stuff. Here we go. Good. Stay tight. Squeeze. Good. Keep your base. Just roll it. Roll that bitch. There you go. Last one. Stay tight. Focus on your form. Don't lose your base. Squeeze. Forearms. Great. Good job. Alright, so we'll just start this guy from the beginning and kind of start off here. Here, photobomb, get out of the picture. Exit right over here. Bree over there, up in the way. But after that, we're gonna go ahead and analyze his beginning position right here. Strong position, if you ask me. I don't think there's anything too wrong with it. I always will say neutral spine. As you can see, he's got a kind of thing going like this. I always prefer the chin going this way, kind of looking down. It just kind of gives a this effect, and it's always a stronger position to lift. Not to mention, as you'll see, he is not technically far from the platform, but he could be closer. So if this was obviously maximal weight, if that stone was a 255 that he did later on, that I didn't film because my hand was covered in tacky, no homo, it would definitely be a lot more helpful if he was closer to the platform. But as he starts to lift, he goes and engages his hams, his glutes, all that good stuff. He's pulling. He's obviously got really long arms, so this is probably the hardest part for him. As when he stands up, that platform isn't as tall as it was, let's say, for somebody like me. So he drives it up high. Watch that. Right there, he's going ahead and just move that foot over, you see? He just kind of pops it up. You see that jump motion? Now, that's okay in the sense that this is sub-maximal weight. But if that stone is as heavy as it can be, you're not going to be able to do that, and that can lead to all sorts of troubles. You're going to go ahead and crush your children right there. Not to mention, when you do that jump, you see he's letting go of the stone right there. See? So now what he's doing is that he's got a 200-pound stone, and it's going to come, he's catching it again. So it's just more damage on the nervous system. Now, what happens a lot with these stones is, for sure, bicep tension and bicep tears, but also a lot of tension on your upper vertebrae and your neck, which causes that pain to radiate. If some of you guys that pick up tons of stones can really vouch for that. It just takes a beating on your neck and your shoulder and your biceps. So after he gets his position together, he goes ahead and regroups. Now look what the stone just did. Oh, you can really catch it in slow-mo. It rolls away from him. So now what he's doing is that he's driving back up against his chest and then picking it back up. Now Reese is a tall dude. He's 6'4", 6'5". So this part's not necessarily the hardest thing for him. But in competition, or if you go to any kind of, you can actually change the height. If this platform was up here, let's say for how high it is for someone like me who's only 5'9", 5'10", I'm going to say 5'10" because I want to make myself feel taller. He's bringing the stone up rather low in his gut. You see that? So now the distance from that to roll all the way up is a lot longer. Um, so for him, it's not a big deal. See, because it's not very high for him. That's no big deal for somebody who's 6'5". But if this platform was up here, let's say way up there, hold on a second here, right there or even up here, this stone would have to be around over here. So how do we fix that, or how do I suggest we kind of fix that? When you're in this position, if your chest is touching the stone right there, oh boom, nice. That'll make it a lot easier, because then the stone will already be higher on his chest. So he loads it up, boom, here. You see that? What are we seeing here? I say it all the time. Keep your base. Very important. I understand that this is, again, sub-maximal weight, but you don't want your feet to come off the ground necessarily when you start to get heavier. So even though the weight is light for him, he shouldn't practice these habits. Um, there's two things we probably really need. A, cooler shoes. That's definitely for runners. Get out of here. And he probably needs shorter shorts. I'm going to go with short shorts because I'm all about the short shorts. He's got the sleeveless shirt, which gives him around 50, 20 pounds of extra pull. Just the sheer strength. Um, but shorter shorts, man. I mean, let's get real. And if you got some Chuck Taylors, let's get them over there. Boom, just loads it. So no big deal. I just don't want to see that base come loose. We're gonna go through one more lift real quick just to get it together and just not overload on nitpicking. But I guess that's the point of the video. He does a clap before, so that's huge. Right here is obviously praying to Odin, which is very important. So that's huge. That's huge for lifting. Again, his feet position's pretty good. He's a tall guy, so he's gonna have to get wider on the stone to make space. I like his leg position, his glute position. Great, you get that good roundness there. This time, that's exactly where I want his neck to be. That's nice. Um, I think that's great. Much better position than this in the first rep. Then he picks it up. See, I'm not a big fan of that for the stones. That's me. I know a lot of guys deadlift like that, but I'm a big fan of the neutral spine. That position there, maybe even there, is much stronger to me than this position, especially on the neck. That's why your neck gets so beat up on this. That is pure tension on those vertebrae, which causes a lot of radiating pain on the bicep. But I think this is ideal right here. Remember, this is a stone, not a bar, so it's really hard to get your chest always and shoulders much higher than your hips. They always tend to shoot up. You can see them just shoot up right there, see? Boom. Boom, no homo. So we go up, brings it up. He kind of does his little jump again. See it? See it? He's getting away with that because it's not a maximal weight. Because when we put that 255-pound stone on him, he didn't do this shit. He gets it, catches it, readjusts, gets a little higher in the chest this time. Now, one thing I would suggest, pretty much one of my last suggestions before I stop, he could get it higher on the stone. Thing is that his arms are so freaking long that if he got it too high on the stone, it might just spin out of his hands and land. So a lot of for us smaller guys, it's easy for us to pick up high on the stone, but for him, since he's so freaking tall, he has to still grab it from the center. So it's not a huge complaint, but it's something to look into as you get into the higher stones. There it comes loose again. He kind of steps back. What that's doing is that's taking away the power of the hip. Boom, you just released that tightness. The explosion that you had for your hips to go this way is now kind of being deviated to where that toe is pointing. So it's going out this way. So you're losing some of that power there. And then, he just kind of shuffles it forward. Now he's using a lot more of his back, which is, I mean, part of... Why did I zoom in? We're zooming right on his butt. Oh, boy. More of his back and he's driving it forward instead of just kind of a little bit more technique. So he just kind of muscled it on there. So, look at that. I was going to say, look at that wood bend. Oh, boy. This is just getting all sorts of bad. So yeah, I mean, not a bad day at all. We can fix that base again, fix that jump. But all in all, you know, Reese came in here and just slammed the 200. Did the 255 for a PR. First time picking up the stones. Um, and that's really good for somebody who works kind of like bodybuilding stuff. But he's very strong. And he trains again at Idolmaker. And this is over here at the Battle Axe, slamming the stones. So thanks for tuning in, guys. Just gonna go ahead and keep making these videos and helping you guys out with some strongman stuff and all that goody stuff. Alright, guys. Cheers.